Hello and welcome to a FIFA Let's Play. I've decided I'd start a new manager career mode with the worst team in the Football League, York City. They are by far the worst team. I think they've got a few good attacking options, but that's about it. I've decided I'll play on world class with European competition in the first season. Not that it really affects me, but I like that it's going on in the background. I'll play at a better stadium because I don't really want to be playing in a crappy stadium for the entire time I'm playing this game, which will be at least 3 seasons, probably 4 if I include the Premier League season, which I surely will. So I'll select the Stade Municipal and rename it accordingly to suit our channel. So I'll name it TPG Stadium. I'll be playing with pounds, because that's where I'm from, with the latest squads. So I don't know if York have signed any players in the January transfer window. I assume they probably have. I know they've got Curtis Obeng on loan from Manchester City, but I think he might have gone back to Manchester City now, I'm not sure. Hopefully he's still there. I think he was on the selection screen earlier, so I'll name myself a random name, not associated with me directly. Obviously don't want to put my real name on the internet, just in case. So Eddie Parker sounds like a good name to me. Combination of 2 roads that I've lived in. I'm hoping it won't be too painful playing as York, but I normally play as Exeter City in League 2, and they're one of the better teams in League 2, and they're quite painful to play as. But hopefully it won't be too bad. Decided I'd look at my team management before I look at my transfers, just so I can see what kind of players I've got. As you can see, York are only a half star. The best player there is Curtis Obeng. He doesn't play for York. I think he's on loan from Man City. They've got a few good attacking options. Some young players I'll try and get to play, see if they improve a lot over the years. I think I'll look at some transfers now, see if I can sign any players on a free, possibly a striker, and I'll set the budget as 0 for money because I'm not going to be buying any players. I'll just sign them on a free, get them on loan. Yep, Varanen, I've bought him before in previous games. He's a good centre midfielder, so I'll try and sign him. Just looking at the other players now. A few good centre backs. Left midfielder Peter Halmosi, he's a good player, a bit expensive. Don't really have the wage money for him, so I'll probably look at some cheaper players by putting a limit on the max wage. There's a few good guys there. Nikolai Boldarov looks good. Sign him. Only 26. He's far better than any of the players I already have. See if there are any other good players there. That left back looks good. Just looking at some strikers here. I prefer quick strikers. But hopefully I'll see if there are any with 80 acceleration and sprint speed. If there isn't, I'll get one with high 70s and mid 70s. I think it's best if they have decent dribbling and pace. That way you can pass the ball to them and they don't lose the ball instantly from the first touch control system. It can be a bit of a pain. Some other good players here, like this centre midfielder. I don't know if I'll sign him as well. Varanen's much better than him and wants the same wages, so I only really need one centre midfielder. Definitely don't really need any wingers. Got some good wingers. Just looking at my players so I can get rid of the old guys, the ones who are going to decline over the season, not get any better, and are worse than most of my other young players. Tranquillity, remember him? He used to play for Ecstasy. Thought he used to be a midfielder, but I guess his position has changed, or I've remembered him completely wrong. So there's quite a few meh players, not amazing, not really going to get much better because of their age, not any good. There are better players I know that I can get on cheap and on loan. I'll try and clear out a lot of the squad. It's a bit of a pain when you have tons of youth players whose max rating is only going to get to mid-50s. Because when you're playing as just a player on manager mode and you're the computer science player for you, the squad's full a lot of the time because there's so many rubbish youth players. Thought I'd look at scouts, but I don't have enough money, so I'll probably have to leave that until next season, season afterwards. I'll get a bit of money. So my objectives are to not be in the bottom half of the table at the end of the season, but my goal is promotion at least, maybe through playoffs. I've had contracts have been accepted from all free players, but I'll probably only sign 2 of them, Varanen, and no, I won't sign him. I only need 1 midfielder, so I'll stall it for the moment just in case, and I'll sign Bodorov because he's good and I need a centre back. Sell David McGurk, don't really need him. His overall's terrible. He's old. And I've just signed Bodorov, who's 14 overall better. And now I can use that money to change my wage budget again, so I've got more wage money. I can sign players on loan or another free transfer. So I just sim the friendlies using the. I don't really want to play the friendlies. Just sort out my squad, make sure my best team's out. I think they've got quite a few decent young players, so I'll try and play them, as I said, to get their overalls up, and they'll be fighting for first team places, and hopefully they'll get good enough for League 1, the Championship, possibly even a lower Premier League side. But obviously it's hard to tell at the beginning unless I check on the internet using a player information database. I definitely need a left back. Fifield isn't good enough. There's a lot of young players in the York squad. Got some decent wingers. Chambers, Rodman. Walker's a decent striker. He's their best owned player, I think. Unless he's on loan as well, but I don't think he is. Okay, I lost that game 2-1. The reason I would have shown the result, but the game glitched just afterwards, so I had to reload the game and resim again and got the same result. Sim the next match as well. Lost 2-1 again. Varanen scored though, which is good. An offer for 2 players, Ben Everson and for 70 grand, and Paul Musselwhite on a free. Get rid of him, get his wage down. He's old, he's never going to play. Ingham's better, and I'll probably try and sign another goalie on loan, a young goalie who might even be better than Ingham. Sim this match as well. Oh, it's a good result, 1, but Varanen got sent off. Brilliant. My terrible goalkeeper has been sold. So has Ben Everson. I'm sorry if there are any die-hard York fans. I'm selling some of your favourite players, but I think York might have been a tad underrated on this game, as I Not quite sure any team in League 2 is quite this bad. But still, you'll be playing in the Premier League in a few seasons' time, so not that I'm trying to be cocky, but this game isn't too difficult even when you're playing on world class. Might put it up to legendary if it gets too easy. I say that, I think I lose the first game, so should keep my mouth shut. Just put in a bid for that left back, Norbert Messeros. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. I assume that is correct. I'm just looking for a cheap young player. Nope. None I want to sign really. Goalkeeper wants too high a wage, and his ability isn't amazing. So I decided see if I could find any on loan. That's always good. This game has a bit of a glitchy loan system. Some of it doesn't really work properly. I remember last year, as long as you were putting in a future fee, that was absolutely ridiculous. You could sign Neymar on loan for a season, even if you're in League 1 or something. Sadly, you can't do that on this game. They fixed it. So I'll sign Leandro on loan, hopefully. He's better than my other goalies. Or goalie, I should say. I'll increase my wage budget again, so that I can sign as many players as possible and streamline the squad. It's my first game now. So I started the game well. Scored early on with Varanen, headed into the bottom left corner. Their defender didn't seem to want to win the ball, but then they equalised pretty much straight away. Poor defending by me, and their players not really wanting to jump again for the ball. Had a few chances, managed to dribble my way through a few players here, but then lost the ball. Tackled him, got the ball back, and missed. Hit the post. Then I lost the ball there. Stupid defending, and they scored again. Had another chance near the end. I don't know how I missed this, but FIFA does that sometimes. Thought I'd have one last go. I like doing this from free kicks, good way to score goals. But I whacked it straight at the goalie. And then I headed it over. Not doing too well. So in the last minutes of the match now, keeper whacks it in the air. I try and get it forward again. To no avail. I lose the ball almost instantly. And then the whistle goes. I've lost my first match 2-1. It was very painful playing in the rain with players with poor dribbling ability. But luckily, I've signed the goalie, who's better than my current goalie. He's young, so he should get better over the season. Probably one of the best goalies in League 2 now, actually. And I've managed to sign the left back as well. I actually had the game glitch 3 times in an hour while playing this, so I had to start again from an earlier save twice, but I did sign the same players each time, and it didn't affect any of the game results. I've got my next match against Rochdale at home. I think Rochdale in League 1. My first Capital One Cup match against Rochdale. Hopefully I can do well in this. Can get some money, sign some more players. Got off to a good start again. Varanen tackled a player, played a nice ball through. Then the game slowed down entirely. Played a nice 1-2 there. 1-0 up inside the first 10 minutes, I think. They got an equaliser straight away again. I seem to be quite bad at keeping hold of the ball just after I scored. Get the ball here, dribble past, down the wing, take on a player, pass it inside, pass it again, into bottom right corner. It's a nice goal. Had another chance here, and I accidentally held LB and RB as I did that. That's the end of part 1 of the Let's Play. I'm Mr. Hatu. Thanks for listening.